Do those tessellating pinwheels look too complicated for a beginner? Are you surprised to learn that you only have to sew squares to make a twister block? I'm Andy, and this is True Blue Quilts, a place to enjoy, experiment, and excel as you quilt. Today we're going to learn how to sew pinwheel blocks using the twister ruler. Let's get started.
Today I am working with the Lil Twister template. It is available at your local quilt store. This size works with charm squares, and it's helpful to have a rotating mat to work on. So we take our template and we line up the lines from the template with the seam lines in our fabric. We've sewn all our squares together in a grid. And I want to make sure my fabric and template are completely on top of that rotating mat, and I can turn it so that I'm safely cutting around the edges of my template. Set that square aside, reposition the template on the next intersection of seams, and continue cutting your patchwork. A nice feature of these templates is the little grip feet that they put on the back to keep it secure with your fabric. There are other products on the market that also help hold your template to the fabric so that there's no slippage or miscuts. And I'm just going to keep cutting here so that I have all the pieces that make my little four patch of pinwheels from the grid of fabric with its background border. Next, we need to reassemble the pinwheel shapes. These different shades of purple will line up to make the pinwheels, so I'm just placing each blade of the particular colors together. If you're using different prints, you will be able to line up those different prints together. And now it looks like that color is off, so let me switch those two corner squares, and now my color families are matched up. You will then sew your 9 patch back together, so the 3 different rows together, keeping your pieces lined up, and then you'll be able to sew those last 2 longer seams to finish the block. If you want a single pinwheel in your quilt, you would start with a plain piece of fabric and add the borders as specified in the template directions, and that way you can add a single pinwheel using the twister template. Create the illusion of pinwheels floating on the background by adding spacer blocks. So you have all the same background in between your prints, and it makes the pinwheels float on that background space, as you can see in this diagram. Here you have the comparison of the blocks. On the left you have multiple prints, multiple squares put together, and then on the right you can see those prints are spaced out with background in between. Different effects. You can really do a lot to personalize your quilts with these templates. If you'd like to see more about quilting with twister rulers and templates, please check out the videos that I have selected for you. They're linked here on the screen. I want to thank all my subscribers. You make this a really fun community. Please share this video with your friends so we can all enjoy, experiment, and excel as we quilt. See you next time.